Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Usually, I don't prepare anything in writing before coming here, but for the first time in my life, I am fumbling because it is always we two have been talking together. This is the first time I have been made to talk to and talk about somebody. You can understand how difficult it is. Yeah, finally, the evening we have been waiting for a long time has arrived, and it is nice to see all of you here who have taken their special time out to see to it that we are all together today. I am praying Almighty that she be blessed with all the health and happiness, and she would share more and more of these days together with us in the future to come. To introduce myself, as you all know that Ashok Saraf is known as the Mama in the Fieldom, I am also known as the Mama of Ugarkas. They usually call me as Ramakant Mama only. And I would like to pay tribute to my mother first here, because whatever I am today is all because of my mother, who has done a great sacrifice in her life to see to it that, okay, we have been educated to this level and made us to stand amidst all of you and maybe express our words. I am really grateful to her, and wherever she is there, I think she would be definitely hearing to us. When our father pulled his last breath, it was two, that is Radhika and myself were by his side. She was 8 and I was 5. And we could never ever imagine that, okay, mother would have to struggle so much to bring us in life. At one point of time, it so happened that, okay, my friends were telling that, okay, Krishna is the one who was born in Dwarka Yuga with 2 mothers. I said, don't joke, even I have 2 mothers. One was the mother who gave me birth, and another one is the mother who is looking after me. So I said, okay, it is only the difference is he was born in Dwarka Yuga and I am born in Kali Yuga. That's all is the difference. She is nothing less than a mother to me. It is said that, okay, it is not possible for God to be in every house simultaneously. So he has created a motherly figure in every house. So I always feel that, okay, anything which I refer to, call it me or call it Purnima, we never hesitate. We just pick up the call and call her. Another quality of hers probably you may not be knowing, which is telepathy. I'll tell you, it is said that 5 months before the marriage, the would-be wife talks and husband hears. 6 months after the marriage, husband talks and wife hears. And 6 months onwards, both speaks and neighbor hear. So in our case, we are ensured that we are still confined to that 6 months after marriage. Neighbors are still feeling that we are yet to complete our 6 months of marriage. They don't come to know about it. But I don't know how does she come to know. But in case there is some argument in the house, in fraction of second, the phone rings. And she says, Ramakant Taramasnave Purnima. That kind of inclination is enough for her to speak it out what she has gone through. So I said, okay, besides telepathy, she also knows the acupressure point where to put pressure to. In schools, we used to participate in elocution competition and essay competitions. Maybe by the virtue of age group, she was 3 years senior to me. She used to represent senior group and I used to represent junior group. And whenever it used to competitions, I could always hear others speaking in the correct. So far as first prize is concerned in the senior group, it will go to RG Naik because she was Radhika and I was Ramakant RG Naik. I think we'll have to only try for the second and third slot. There is a kind of as relations we enjoyed in the school also. I still remember when I was studying in Dharwad Karnataka College, it was I lost my brother who was an engineer in the house. And I was very keen for going for medicine. I think fortunately the country saved. An emotional person like me would have been unfit to be in medicine. But at that point of time, my mother instead, Ramakant, why don't you go for engineering? And believe me, in 15 days, she took my physics and chemistry classes. I did mathematics and I qualified to be in engineering college at Surat at that point of time. I'll tell you, she is a fantastic tutor behind also. I decided to speak something which we have been closely associated with on the spot. Another thing I find is a friend of mine is sitting. I have to keep myself young because she is 1/6 my age. She never addresses me as Mama or Ajwa. She always calls me as friend. At one point of there were some couple of friends who had joined at Radhika Tai's place and they casually spoke. It was a nice occasion that we all friends could meet together So Swara came up and said that even I have a friend. So everyone was surprised, who is that friend? Then she said, Ramakant Mama, who is living in Pune. So she always addresses me as a friend, and I take pride in that. I think I'll have to maintain myself and keep myself younger to have such young friend like her with me. It won't go without saying that, okay, maybe Chandan, Geetali, Sohan, Gauri, maybe they must be comparatively much younger to me in age, but we never have found that kind of age barrier at all. We absolutely we speak our mind with each other, we share our thoughts together. That is also a kind of a blessing. Here, I think maybe my words would be incomplete in case I don't remember my brother-in-law, Sanjeev Dada. When 76, my sister got married, and 77 I was appearing for final year examinations. And maybe I had dropped my first semester. In second semester, I had 13 subjects and 7 practicals. Believe me, that time we were not in this mobile era. We had to necessarily write letters. Believe me, every day before going to the examination hall, I used to receive a letter from Sanjay Dada wishing me all the best for my examination. I still remember. I think even he must be hearing that how much of an attachment and devotion I have towards him. I think if at all there is something like a rebirth, I would like to be born in this family. And I still remember my elder brother saying, Radha, I also would like to be born in this family, but only I would request God to change the order. Ramakant has been enjoying all the privilege. Next birth, if at all it is there, I would like to be your younger brother. And I think she would agree with me. So that is the kind of the privilege my elder brother always used to say. Anyway, I think I brought so much of emotions in you. I would like to end with a little joke. How the communication and effectivity does work out. I was in an organization, maybe by the virtue of sharing thoughts and all, every time I was to be given an opportunity to say few words on the occasion. One of the employee had resigned and he was to go away from the organization. I was told to speak about him. I spoke good about him and all this kind of thing. Then it was his turn. He was told, you mention your Manogati in 2 words. After that, he came and said, Ramakant sir was so emotional, I have decided to take back my resignation. I would like to stay with the organization. Then I was taken inside and said, with a lot of struggle, we had convinced him to leave the organization, Ramakant. Now you will have to do the facilitation of felicitation. You go and convince him to leave the organization. So this is the way it is. Anyway, I would say that Radhatai, maybe I'm little emotionally choked. I would always pray God, in case at all there is something like a rebirth, I would like to be born in the same family, same bonds, and you as an elder sister. Let me wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.